So let's talk about that. Where is your vision and mission and heart and head at?
So from I take first of all what you're sharing, what you're asking me is a huge deal for me. So thank you for the opportunity. Um, so what I've seen in all the different where my energy and my focus for some time has been on money, on finances, especially because I ended up making a lot of money with my business, and that a lot is relative, but a lot to me, meaning more money than I wanted to spend and on anything I wanted, pretty much. So I was like, okay, I have a lot of money. Great. And I think about money a lot and I go, well, there's a lot of people I know that don't have this same luxury. That, I'm getting massages and I'm doing all these different things that I'm paying for, but other people want that too, but they're not getting it. And I'm like, but I know people that have great hands and healing hands and they want to offer their massage, but and I know other people that need a massage, but sometimes people just don't know that that connection's there. Like some people I know that love giving massages that don't like charging for it, or they love to like help people freestyle rap, and they don't want to charge for that service or write poetry or whatever, So I would always look at, wow, I'm getting all these things in my life that I'm thriving from, all these luxuries, if you call it, and other people in the world are not, and I felt that was unfair at some point. So the unfairness of the world has really, uh, I don't really believe in fair and unfair, but there is a part of me that does. So let me go with that part. I'm multidimensional apparently. So that part of me that feels that it's unfair that people are in this world and come to this planet and don't know how to access certain things that I knew how to access because I was raised in this family and I've had business in my blood and all these things, but some people they don't have that. So what has driven me is to look at and studying the current financial economy, the current systems of how people get their needs met, and really looking at what are the alternatives. What are other ways that people can get their needs met for survival or for thrival beyond the current financial economy? And what happens if people's needs were met more effectively without having to have so much pressure for them to make money, as much money as they are now? Then what would they do with their time? Would they take the same jobs that they're taking today? Would they work for things that go against their values if their needs were met so effectively in other ways and other means? And so I look at like, would people work at Shell Oil? Like the person who's like the environmentalist at heart, the yoga hippie, but somehow they're like, shit, I am also a data analyst and Shell had the job for me, so I work there and I help basically, them sell billions of more barrels of oil and contribute to the environmental negativity. Let's say, for example, right? But I got to do this for my job. I wonder if that person had their needs met in an alternative currency, an alternative platform, an alternative means, would they still work at Shell Oil making 120 grand a year or 80 grand a year or whatever it is? Or would they be like, actually, I can go work for 40 grand a year somewhere else. So I'm going to work at the ski resort nearby as a manager there, or I'm going to do something else, or I'm going to work on getting some coaching clients because all I need is 4 grand a month, as an example. So what that always drove me, and then I look at government, and I look at corruption, and I look at ill incentivized choices that are being made that are for somebody's benefit at the expense of the collective. And I look at that and I go, God, would that person who's doing that choice, that decision to make something illegal because it helps so many people, but it hurts the pharmaceutical company's bottom line, would that person still do that anymore if they didn't need the money that they need the way they needed it to make their needs, to live their life? So all of these things, when I look at the challenges of all of the world, I look at the choices that are being made that seem to be going against the sustainability of our human race, the sustainability of and of the collective thriving, I look at finance, the economy is at the core of all of it. And I do want to give a shout out to Charles Eisenstein, Sacred Economics, the YouTube video. I believe he talks about how when you look at everything, economics are at the core of it, the root of it. So, what I've been really dedicating my energy and my focus is what are alternative ways for people to get those needs met. And what I've landed on is the gift economy. And the gift economy is, it's I guess it's a concept. It's not really there's no ticker out there that's counting what the gift economy is. It's not like a GDP where we know the United States GDP is $21 trillion dollars. We don't know the gift economy per se of gifts, but essentially the gift economy is any transactions that are contributing to this economy that are given from inspiration, from the heart, without a string attached to it. For I'm going to give you this if you give me that. So some people say, "Oh, you mean like bartering?" I'm like, "Not exactly. Bartering is still it's just an alternative currency. I'm going to instead of giving you, this uh, this eighth of weed, I'm going to throw that in there and you give me $50. I'll give you an eighth of weed and you give me a different strain back. That's bartering. Or you know what? You give me a massage and I'll give you that and an hour massage or 30 half an hour massage. That's an exchange. It's just a different type of currency. Instead of the dollar bill, we're using services and goods. The gift economy is, wow, Daniel, I'm freaking inspired by you. Hey JP Sears, I'm freaking inspired by you and what you're doing. Your videos are hilarious, and like I would love, man, to spend 20 minutes like just giving you a little overview of your marketing, your perspective, just to share with you because I love giving this, and I also love being associated with you. Honestly, I love getting your gratitude. I love knowing that I helped you in some way because it helps me to learn from that, but also um, I just feel like when I see your funny videos out there that I know that, oh my God, yeah, I helped him get his messages out there to even more. Or when I see your 5-star reviews on your book, I'm like, wow, I helped Daniel get this book out there so that people could benefit from this book. Which, by the way, that was one of the reasons I believe I came into your house and did that, I believe. Or after I came into your house, is I read your book after and I go, oh my God, this is who I helped. I didn't even know what's inside of his book until after I helped him, and your book affirmed me giving all that support to you because that book I was so inspired by it. So the point is me giving something without requiring an exchange, that comes from the gift economy. And my purpose or the passion that I'm here to do is to steward an aspect of bringing the gift economy onto the planet on a scaled level and using technology, literally an app, to stimulate, to catalyze people giving gifts that are from their inspiration, from their heart, the type of gifts that allow themselves to feel fulfilled when they offer that gift, and offer it to somebody that when they receive that gift, they will appreciate it. Maybe they wouldn't have bought that gift that same month from somewhere else, but it's something of use to them. And that is what I'm here to do, is to stimulate that through apps, through technology, and through to expand that in all of the ways that transactions within the gift economy can grow and expand and reduce the pressure on the existing financial economy, reduce the pressure for people to make as much money as they are, so that we actually enter into a new paradigm of inspiration and of creativity driving us rather than survival and the bills driving us.